So yeah, hi. The idea here is about empowering the businesses with the intelligent chatbots or the QA solution. The idea is that why we need it. Um, and As per my experience, I come from an experience within customer care services. I created a chatbot, voice bot with the customers, and then this is my experience that customers gets irritated with this inadequate knowledge that the bot is having, because bot always carries the historical knowledge, and then there are continuous growth that is required for the models to update. And I think the intent prediction model or the generic ML model, they need a lot of time for training, and they don't have an sufficient customer support. That's why the customers, they tend to go towards the agent, or they try to get onto the human being to solve their problem. This is the usual outdated ML model cycle, which ask you to create a data set, you collect your data set from production, do some model engineering, evaluation, then deploy, then do an operation, then start monitoring and all. So this process takes a huge amount of time. So there are businesses who keep on updating their services, and they tend to find the problem here, because these kind of an regular services takes a lot of time to update the model and cater the services. Now, what these services are actually either they are doing is rather than heading to the point, they are killing a customer. That's what I think, or they are just missing the point how to train, and then these evaluation evolving data set or the new information coming, they are not able to cope up with all these new information. Anybody just want to give a guess, like what's the market cap for the customer services, whether it is chatbot, email, voice bot, anything? If anybody has any guess, just put it in the chat. It's a billion-dollar industry, and it's basically not just about the money, but serving your customers with all the new businesses that is coming up every now and then. We have news articles, we have web pages which are coming. So it's basically a $300 billion industry. It's coming from the Fortune Business Insight, and till 2023, it's gonna blow up. So I think there is a lot of scope to put efforts in this particular problem, and that's what I did. This is one of a report, latest report coming from a company named Nice. They tried out like what are the overall customers preferred the channel of modalities that they want to interact with the system. It seems like the 52% of consumers wants chat, but only 30 or 25% of the companies right now offering that. And there are some reasons why they want to do that, because of all these efforts, the having a huge head count to keep all the mapping of all these business ideas to the model and to customer service. This is just an more information on that. If anybody needs it, I will put the link on that. There is a report you can download and check it. The highlighting point is like still customers, they first go to the Google search or the search engine, they type something, and then they go to the web page, and then they start exploring the information there. So there is a huge gap between that. And I was trying to fill that with my approach. So my solution is that I used an HTTP documents which are available on the any company's web page. So whoever is the content writer, he always keeps the information on their web pages. Now, coming from an intent prediction background, I know what we used to do. We used to go to the web pages, understand what could be the kind of questions that user might ask regarding this information present on the web page, and then try to implement that into an intent prediction model. So that used to take a lot of time, and it's an extra efforts to understand that knowledge and then put it into a model and then create it. So what I tried is, why not use an kind of a model who has all the information, and then just index and chain the information coming from HTTP documents, and tell him that, hey, this is the context that I want you to answer the questions on, and let's see what the output was and what were the difficulties I faced. So this is the overall picture of the model. And yeah, I took this image from one of a GitHub course that we guys were going through. So this is what the question I asked. I used a one of a destinations web pages. I crawled down all the web pages. There, I took down all the text available on those text HTTP pages. But yeah, it took some time. But yeah, I got some data, and this document zero that you're seeing is consisting of the city, state, the information regarding the place, and the any extra curricular activities someone can go or visit, or what are the major sightseeing locations. So my model looks like this. Like if you ask a question like what are the notable landmarks or point of interest in Arba, it says you like what are those, and then I'm just showing you the proof that hey, the document also contained the similar information, and model was able to understand it and give it a concise response. I still went ahead, tried creating a little more about like, hey, just give him kind of an vague question. Don't provide any city, state, or what you're saying. Just say that I want a destination which has an amusement park to visit. And from the destination that that particular merchant serves, it shows that Bahamas and Chicago are the cities which provides an like that kind of amusement park visits and all. So then I tried a little bit more. I wanted to see like, hey, let's see like if I give him some kind of an vague context on the beach side or the island beaches, or can it be more vague on putting it as like, hey, I need some destinations which is near to an airport. So it has given a response like, I'm sorry, I don't have enough information to answer this question, which is what I was expecting, because I don't want it to just give something like coming from, consider I'm a Marriott to customer care, and it starts giving a response for an Hilton or any other merchant's information. So I found that to be very precise. I've used LangChain for chaining and indexing. I use a database, Chroma, and then I use a GPT-3 model. So what is my expectation out of it is to have an enhancing customer support for everybody who start asking you questions on the relevant pages or relevant news articles. And I want that to be available in my model over the night. I don't want to wait for like couple of weeks, 3 weeks, my model to update the information and change that and then start putting it. So that was the agenda. And the conclusion part would be that I thought that this might improve the chatbot experience for the users, which will basically increase the traction time, basically increase the customer satisfaction. Uh, and obviously it will improve the business and the company policies and all. The web pages training efficiency, I found like I did some manual web crawling and getting an information from that. But if I'm an official vendor for any merchant, I hope that I will get that information very easily on those web pages, or at least have an access to the web pages such as the information regarding payments, regarding account information, or related to the key point balancing thing, and effective understanding of the complexity. So I found out that these large language models, even if I put queries such as, hey, I wanted to see an island beaches, so what are the options available? And it starts giving me all those options. So I think that that was really a cool thing from the large language model. Future step would be I have tried only indexing and chaining. So I was thinking to partly put a fine tuning approach for using LoRa or QLoRa, and then try to compare the performances of other large language models such as GPT-4 or BARD or even Bloomsy whenever they will be available. So yeah, that's from my side. Any questions?